Okay, there were 8 fidget spinners in the last bunch of packages that I opened. We rejected a bunch of them, and that was in the last video. Now we've got 8 of them left, and what I did, that was a little bit too many for one video, so I'm going to break this up into 2 videos. So I'm going to put the 4 small ones in one group, and then I add, to make it 5, because 5 is a good number for these, I added in one more spinner that I'd already opened, but I hadn't tested yet. It did the same thing with the other bunch, the larger ones. I kept the larger ones together and added one more in. I'll talk about that one in the next video. But what we have here are these 5. This is called the MEECOO, M-E-E-C-O-O, a very small round spinner. And this is the extra one that I added in, the JINCOO. I added it in just this because I think they're made by the same people, or they're very similar. So I just wanted to review those together. And then we have these 2 that look very similar, although one's bigger than the other. This one's very attractive, and this one is a little bit larger. And we have this little short spinner. So these are the ones I'm going to review. I'm going to test all these out, and then we'll get back to you with the results. Okay, these have all been tested now, and I've rated them. This one here is by a company called Fidget. It's a small bar spinner, which works pretty well, and it's actually kind of heavy for being such a small size. It weighs 57 grams, which contributed to its very long spin time. It got an average spin time of 7 minutes and 29 seconds, and it didn't matter much how it was held, so it didn't have much variability. Only an average variability of 19.5 seconds. I gave it a 7 on appearance, 7 on feel, and a perceived quality of about a 7. It doesn't have a name as far as I know, but like I said, it's made by a company called Fidget, or sold by them. This got an average score, an overall score of 8.1, which is quite high. Qualifies it as a superior spinner. Which is really good for basically a no-name spinner. It cost only $14.99 on Amazon, and I'll include the link for that one because that's a really nice one for the price. Next we have I'm going to do these 2 together, the MEECOO and the JINCOO. MEECOO, M-E-E-C-O-O, and JINCOO, G-I-N-C-O-O. They're both little round spinners. The main difference between them is one has these little notches cut out of it, and the other one has these little raised projections for getting your finger on. But they both feel about the same. They're fairly easy to spin, and you kind of just want to go back and forth with them like this. That's how they tend to want to work. and they're really very similar. I kind of like the JINCOO a little bit better, not much, but a little bit better. The MEECOO got an average spin time of 4.55 seconds, which qualified it as very good. And sorry about the interruption. The MEECOO got an average, an overall score of 6.8, which qualifies it as a good, approaching very good spinner. And the JINCOO got a 6.9, so they were very close. The JINCOO I rated just a slightly better than the MEECOO. And they're both really nice to have. The MEECOO costs $29.99, it weighs 35 grams, and the JINCOO costs $27.99, both on Amazon, and the JINCOO weighs 32 grams. This one, it's a nice spinner. It works really well. It seems it's a really good shape. It's a little bit noisy and wobbly, especially at high speeds, but it's easy and fun to use. Quite a bit of variability in the duration, depending on it ran a lot better vertically than it did horizontally, but it got an average spin duration of 4 minutes and 38 seconds, which, along with its subjective score of overall 7, qualifies as an average spinner. And the main thing that hurt it was there was quite a bit of variability depending on how it was held. One way was faster than the other, this way was faster than this way, and vertically was even faster still. That one cost $25.99 and weighs 76 grams. It's fairly heavy. I'm kind of hoping that the one I got just doesn't have a very good bearing in it, because it's nice otherwise. And this one, same idea but smaller. This one is called the WEIHENG titanium hand spinner, and it costs $33.99 on Amazon. A little bit expensive, but this thing is just really nice. It's the finish on it is just smooth as glass. It's very, very easy to use, and it's a lot of fun. This is about ready to become one of my favorite new spinners, and I'll give you the link for that one. I think that would be a really good one to have. $33, I think it's worth it. And that was it. That was the 5. So the winner out of those was this little silver guy. This one got the best score overall, an 8.1, and that's mostly because of its very long spin durations. It got a perfect spin score, and for the price, it's a really good deal, $15 basically. But in terms of which one I really kind of like better, I like this one the best of these 5. The WEIHENG, I think they call it. Titanium spinner. Apparently it's titanium. So that's the end of this video, and the next video will cover the other 5 I'm going to look at.